For this lot right here, I paid $206. This is just the first lot of several that I got at an estate Deadstock haul today. We'll go through it here in just a minute. Another $200 for this mostly Deadstock lot. That's my shop cat, Miss eBay, right there. Hi, Miss eBay. Shit. Paid $70 for this lot right here. Anytime I see vintage A6 Tiger Onitsuka four black with white trim, 3 white with black trim, and 1 white with blue trim. All of these are vintage Deadstock. They don't necessarily look it because just storage has not been kind to the leather over the years. They were sold in these plastic bags, and unfortunately, you're really not supposed to keep leather in plastic bags. It degrades the leather. So in that first lot, I also got these 2 vintage Brooks shoes with the box, and so I think that these are vintage leather football cleats. I'm not entirely sure. I'm going to have to do some more searching because obviously they're so old. Whatever cleat this is does not look like cleats of today. Here's that one. Has metal at the end of the cleat. This pair, also Deadstock, is just rubber. I got this vintage pool stick chalk that I threw in with the lot by Mark Wirt. 10 shoes plus the chalk, that's 11 pieces. We'll add those to the hats that I'm getting ready to go through. $206, we'll figure out what the price per item is. You're wondering, this was a family-run estate sale. A person whose estate this was had owned a local sporting goods store, so that's why all this stuff is sporting goods. I'll say pretty cool to see old school advertising. You can see the Onitsuka, I'm not sure I'm saying that right, but the Onitsuka Tiger A6 wrestling shoes in their original packaging. Pretty cool. Pretty rare to find even a single vintage shoe in this condition like this, so when I found all of these at once, I knew I was at a pretty special estate sale, and it made me excited to dig in for more. I turned the corner from picking the shoes, came around to these vintage AJD baseball cap boxes, and I said to myself, I bet I did not bring enough cash to this estate sale, and it was supposed to be a cash-only estate sale. To be honest, there are more than 15 boxes of these AJD caps. I did not buy them all because I was trying to only pick ones that were in nice, clean, Deadstock condition. Alright, first box, what do we have? Lot of 8 black trucker mesh back with a really, really short bill. Here's an example of how that looks. Kind of funny. I guess me and 7 other people will be bringing this back because I'm going to keep one of these. Box 2, 9 green trucker blank hats and 4 black with yellow mesh back trucker hats. By the way, I am posting these on my TikTok before they go on eBay, so if anybody is interested in a deal on these, like maybe you have your logo that you want to embroider or print on these, hit me up, we'll make a deal. 7 white with orange and navy trim, 13 green with white mesh back, 5 had these 4 wool, this kind of cream and orange wool, this green wool with an embroidered C. This is the only one that has been marked that I've seen so far, and these 2 blue and white striped hats. 7 black with yellow mesh back. 7 had this variety of 11 hats. I personally kind of like this one with the stripe going down the middle. 9 red with white mesh back. 15 mostly green hats. 7 orange and black. 10 black and yellow. 6 navy and white. 4 blue. 5 black with orange. 10 more mostly yellow and black hats, and then 1 more of the short bill. A lot of 10 of navy short bill snapback hats. 11 more yellow and black snapbacks. In the first lot, that was 158 hats, 11 other items, so 169, $206 divided by 169. It's about $1.20 per item. Not bad at all. After that first lot buy, I left because I didn't find anything else I wanted, and honestly, I had spent all my cash that I brought with me, and it was supposed to be a cash-only sale. I did leave my number, though, because they said they were bringing out more vintage clothing and just vintage stuff, and so I leave my number all the time with people to call me if they find more stuff. I never get calls. This is the first time I've ever gotten a call to come back for more vintage stuff. So I took the opportunity. I came back and spent another couple $100. Round 2, I paid $200 for everything on this table right here. Wondering why I'm not doing sold comps? It's because so many of these items are so vintage, they're just hard to find sold comps for. So kind of just took my shot here. Vintage new old stock Rawlings football cleats with the box. New old stock tough wear headgear with the box. Got 2 of them. By the way, if you're wondering, the neighbor did end up moving and Mix eBay did not go with them. And in fact, we talked to them and they said this is not their cat. And so I think I officially have a shop cat. 2 of these Everlast headgear still in the plastic with the box. 3 sets of Converse vintage football cleats. I think we're going to do pretty well on these. They're in various condition. They are, I would say, new old stock, but just from storage. You can see this pair right here, fairly dirty, but the outsole is clean. The rubber, of course, is cracking just because of how old they are. This pair right here, and unfortunately they're youth, but look how nice of condition these are in. And what's awesome is they have the box, which is really, really cool. Look at that box. That's a cool vintage box. Made in USA, of course. With the box, ProTech handball, racquetball, squash, eye guard. I would say these are in new, old stock condition. Strap kind of afraid to pull on it to see how the elastic is. It's alright. Vintage Rawlings Airflow football helmet, size small, for display purposes, obviously. 9 more blank vintage hats that I missed the first go round. Vintage Wilson cleats, new old stock, and vintage Saucony cleats with metal cleat. Unfortunately, this one's kind of like a foam hat where the foam is just crumbling out of there, but I'll shake that out. It'll be okay. Vintage Tulsa Drillers Ken pizza hat, probably a stadium giveaway. Tulsa Driller stuff, especially vintage, always does very well for me. And in fact, I have an eBay buyer that wants me to contact them when I post new Tulsa Driller stuff, so I'll probably do that. 2 Deadstock bomber jackets, both size extra large. Brand on these is Buttwin. Can't remember ever selling a women's swimsuit, but got 2 of them. Ocean Mermaid vintage nylon racing suit by DuPont, and new old stock. 4 wick dry, maybe like soccer socks, new old stock. 18 orange, 5 yellow. Southland uniforms. Pretty cool stripes on these. Vintage blank Deadstock. Took a chance on all these because I thought they had just the right look to them, and I went off this one eBay sold listing. That lot had 50 items, $200 for the whole lot, $4 a piece. This last lot I paid $65 total for. New old stock Cliff Keen wrestling headguard. Let's open one up. Looks good condition to me. These were $5 a piece. 2 new old stock Rawlings catcher gear chest protectors. They had a lot of these, but they're a lot smaller than these 2 ones. These were $8 a piece. In fact, looking at the price comps of these, even the smaller ones sell. I just messaged the estate seller, and there's 14 of these left, and he said he'd make me a deal, $70 for all 14. I said, hold them for me, please. Here's a sold comp on a single orange vintage Rawlings chest protector. $59 for a used one. Keep in mind, these are new vintage Deadstock. 6 more of these Southland Uniforms brand. These, I think, are baseball pants. Paid $14 for 6 of these pants. This is probably the only thing I bought that is not vintage Deadstock. It's a Hank Aaron advertisement for a pitchback automatic umpire. Can't find any of these, of course, on eBay, so I took my chance on it. I paid $5. My math at the beginning of the video was off by $5. I only paid $471 for all hundreds of items, Deadstock mostly. I'm very happy with this. I've never come across a lot like this before. It was a lot of fun to go through. Thanks so much for watching this episode of Early Bird Picker. I'm Rafa. As always, I'll see all y'all in the next video.